hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to The Done Creative. I was busy setting up the cards and the table here, and once again, found a little moth friend. It's so funny. He looks very similar to the last one. He's buzzing in my hand. He's got a very fuzzy butt. He's in a lot better shape than the other moth. Oh, there he goes. I think that was for the July love reading, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome to the August 2019 general reading. And I think we're going to get a little in depth with this one. There's quite a few messages I think that need to come through. If you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you center your energy. You can close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths and focus on pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, or whichever combination of those calls out to you. And then you can skip below to the timestamps I provide in the description. And I also try to pin it as the top comment as well. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a minute to decide. Okay, group number 1, we're going to run this pretty similarly to the way I did the July readings. I think that spread really worked, so we're going to roll with that this time. So I will go ahead and get this all situated. They always look super straight from me just looking down at the table, but then when I look up in the viewfinder, I'm like, oh, that doesn't look very good. So, group number 1, the overall energy that you're coming into this month with, and that will kind of operate throughout the month for you, is the Page of Air. And this is a card all about challenging information, delays, or changes to plans. And somebody telling you something, or you telling somebody something without being very tactful about it. So what this is saying to me is you may find out some bad news or just information about something that isn't going quite the way you had hoped. And it may be something minor, but again, it could be something more major or life-changing, just something that you really weren't expecting. And then any plans that you have may be delayed or changed. Maybe you had planned to go on a vacation this month, but you find out that maybe that vacation's not canceled, but you can't do it the week or weekend that you had originally hoped. So something like that. But all in all, the Page of Air is like a logical, honest person who's also impulsive but curious. But even though you may get some challenging information, this page here, she looks like she's just surrounded by all these spirit animals. So she's got support. So whatever it is that you're finding out this month, you have a lot of support in those around you surrounding this thing. Let's see what energy you're coming into this month with. This is the July and maybe even some of June's energy coming into this month. And we have the Ten of Water, which is that complete emotional fulfillment, content, happy family life. So your emotional and material needs have been met and you've really developed some of your relationships. And I really hate the glare on these. I'm so sorry about that. I might move these out. So you're coming into this month of August with this content, family life, emotional fulfillment, and hopefully when we see what these other cards are, we will be able to continue bringing that awesome 10 of Cups or 10 of Water energy with you. And in your present, so this is basically the month of August itself, and where you are when it is you're watching this. This is the Page of Earth, and it's all about good news where finances are concerned and wanting to do something more challenging with yourself or with your life or your goals, and even finding a new area of study. And this could be, for some of you, getting ready to go back to school, or with the summer coming to a close at the end of August, you just really wanting to focus on learning some new things, new skills, whether it's at your job or learning a new hobby or something like that. But you're going to be just really happy. It says good news about financial matters. So you may not be getting this financial windfall this month, but you receive news about this windfall or this abundance coming to you. And it is of a material kind of abundance, not just emotional fulfillment like this 10 of Water here. It's something you can hold in your hand, either money or material things. So you're going to either find out that I just saw for somebody, they got approved for a scholarship or financial aid that they've been worried about not getting, but yeah, you're getting good news about that. So whatever that means for you. And then in the future conditions position, this is the month of August and carrying you even into September. So let's see what's coming up for that. And we have the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords, and she's got that objective decision-making ability, and she's really able to clear away what's not serving her and being able to see the humor in a situation. So this news that you're possibly getting, that may be that delay or just something that you didn't want to deal with, that you find out you have to deal with the Queen of Air in that future position, you're gonna find the silver lining, basically, of why this news has come to you or what's going on with this news. You're going to find the silver lining, even if it's something really you deem not at all good, maybe even horrible. You're going to see the silver lining. And really, this news you're receiving is actually for your benefit. It's going to help you. Maybe there was a decision you had to make that just was so hard to make, and you just hemmed and hawed about this decision, and now you're learning basically with this Queen of Air that this decision's basically been made for you. Or if that decision hadn't been made for you, you get this really clear head and can now make that decision, and you move forward in the best way possible for your highest good. So absolutely no worries here with this Queen of Air in your future conditions position. So this is the best path for you to follow this month. And we got the Page of Fire. So news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. And it's funny because you get the news or challenging information about one thing, but you also are getting news of an exciting thing coming into your life. This is a month of announcements and news, like finding things out about people and being able to celebrate with people. Good news. Maybe someone you know has gotten engaged, or you find out you're having a baby. That kind of excitement is what I'm picking up for this. It's almost like these two are the same side of one coin. You may be getting some news you're not so happy about, but at the same time, you're getting some really good news as well. But this is the position as your best path to follow. Just really use your originality and do creative things. Find those creative passions. Fire is that passion, that drive. And it feels like to me like you're really going to be outgoing this month, where maybe before, even the months before this, you were very content in the way things were going in July and even June. But you maybe it feels to me were more closed off to people who were outside of that inner circle. But now with this Page of Fire, I feel like you guys are going to be getting out more and being more creative and breaking out of your shell a little bit. That's a really good advice for your best path to follow, is to just be confident, be more outgoing, and really pursue those creative endeavors that maybe you put on the back burner because life just was busy or you just had other things going on. So the energy that's in your environment for August is the Ace of Earth. You're going to have all of this abundance coming to you. And I know I said before how you were getting news of abundance, but it may not be coming in this month. I feel now, seeing this, there is going to be some coming in this month, but this is going to carry you through the month into September and even farther into the fall. So for me, this may even be a new business venture or side hustle, side gig kind of thing, or maybe you got a part-time job to help supplement your income in some way. But to me, it's something very promising or exciting to you. It's not just something like, oh, I had to get another job so I can pay all my bills. I don't feel that kind of energy involved in it whatsoever. It's very fun and light. So whatever this new venture is, you're very excited about it, and there is a lot of potential in this thing to carry you through, not just in the short term, but in the long term. And it's something you're really ready to dive into, it looks like to me. And then this month there may be some important documents or contracts you need to sign. And I do see for some of you it is having to do with a court case, and then for others I do see some people signing, like again back to that financial aid, something to do with school, and then someone else is signing papers on a promotion at work or even a new job altogether. So yeah, anything that is important that you're signing or that's a contract this month, you're going to be dealing with those kind of things, and it's good to sign on the dotted line. We're out of Mercury retrograde here soon, and everything's just going to be flowing forward. So your hopes and your fears for the month of August. The Three of Fire, abundance. Things look very good for you here. You've gotten like basically 4 cards of abundance and exciting things happening. So things are really looking good for you, and it doesn't seem to me like you're going to have much to worry about, even when this overall energy of the month is that challenging information or delays to your plans. It seems to me like that's almost not even going to really bother you or set you off your path at all. You're just going to take it in stride with this Queen of Air, and just you're going to be dealing with it from an objective position and just really be able to just focus on what really is the matter at hand without worry and stress surrounding that. But with Three of Fire, it's always good to have patience. So there may be all these really cool things happening, but you still shouldn't rush through anything. And again, back to these contracts or documents you may be signing, don't rush over them. Make sure you do read them. But for the most part, this looks really good. And you're going to be making long-term plans. So again, if you're signing up to go to school or getting a new job or even starting a new business of your own or side hustle you're going to be venturing out with, there's going to be some long-term plans and goals established in the month of August. So that's awesome. And then for the outcome card, we have the Ten of Air. This is just like that Ten of Swords, that mental, it's almost always mental or a mindset. So you're coming to the end of a difficult situation. So whatever this news was you had, and even I'm feeling like this is even before July and June. So this may have gone as far back as May or even into last year, 2018. There was a situation you were dealing with that has finally and completely come to a close. If not physically, I think it almost has already come to a close, but it's just now that you're finally accepting that that chapter is over, that thing that happened to you is over and said and done, and you're ready to embrace the change that is coming for you. And things have nowhere to go but up where this thing was concerned that has happened in the past. And this could also be for some of you recovering from an addiction, or maybe not even as extreme as an addiction, but you're finally deciding to get your health under control or your diet more fine-tuned, something like that. You're just really, with these plans you're making for long-term, you're really taking stock of your life and trying to figure out what things aren't working, and you're going to take those things that aren't working and you're going to make them work for you. And if they don't, they're out of your life. So it's almost like you're creating new habits or a new morning routine or something like that to really establish these long-term goals that you have. And all this abundance you guys have coming in, there's abundance everywhere for you guys. This is really cool. Yeah, so this all looks great. So let's maybe take a look at these oracle cards and see what else is coming up for you guys in August. Okay, so with the oracle cards, we got trust your intuition. Some of you have been struggling with finding that inner voice, or you hear that inner voice, but it almost is hard to latch onto. This is the month you're going to come back into that inner knowing, and you're really going to know what to do with everything. And again, back with that number 7, personal growth, that really ties well with that making new plans and getting new habits going for yourself. Because I feel like a lot of you are real big go-getters in the things that you want, but sometimes when you're going after those things you want, other areas and things in your life tend to slide onto the back burner, and not get as much attention as they maybe need. But this is the month you're going to take stock in all of that and really get real with what it is you need, what it is you want. And then with the synergy card, it feels to me like you're going to be balancing things. All these areas of your life that almost just felt completely out of alignment, you're going to have them working more intertwined, and it's like one area of your life is going to serve the other of your life, and that's going to serve another area of your life, and you're really going to be getting your ish together. So this is really good. Even if you're not someone who plans or journals or does anything like that, I could see you really benefiting from getting your feelings out in a journal or starting a planner. Like, I see someone sitting down bullet journaling. So maybe you had been someone who was bullet journaling or decorating your planner and just getting things really nice with that, and you've kind of fallen off the wagon this last couple of weeks or even last month. But you're getting back into that, and you're really going to have this fire under you to just carry you through into the fall. And then with the angel therapy card, it says, give your cares and worries to the angels and allow us to take your burdens. So if you have been worrying with this mental 10 of air energy, and then this page of air, that challenging information that's coming in for you, just give your cares and worries to the angels. There's no need to attach to it and stress out and worry, because oftentimes our worries and stress are what make things manifest in our lives that don't really even need to happen. And sometimes also what happens is we'll sit there and worry and worry and worry about this one thing that we're just so fixated on, and then this thing happens and we're like, oh, that was it? Like, oh, wasn't as bad as I really hyped it up to be. So I feel like that, if you can give your cares and worries to the angels, you'll really benefit from that, because it looks like you're getting things together, even just on your own. But this is a pretty spiritual month for a lot of you too, I think, with that tapping into your intuition, synergy, and personal growth, which 7 is a very spiritual number. And I think some of you may even be a life path number 7. Like me, I'm a life path 7. It's a good life path. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. But this looks like a really awesome month, just full of abundance. And if you can just keep out of your head with this mental energy and past baggage, you're going to be looking really good coming into September. So you guys have a really beautiful August. And thank you again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. I really, truly do appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you come back to the Done Creative. All right, thanks. Bye. Okay, group number 2. What I'm going to do is lay these out similarly to how I did in July, and we'll get a really good idea of what you are to expect for August. Okay, try to avoid the glare as much as I can with those top cards there. Okay, so the overall energy that you're coming into this month with, we have the moon. Okay, so there may be some illusions surrounding what it is you're thinking about yourself or others or a situation that you're in right now. But with that, there's also really important intuitive insights, and you're really going to be tapping into your intuition where this thing is concerned. And then that illusion of what you thought is going to fall away, and you're going to see the truth of the situation. And to me, this is something that's behind the scenes, not something that's really in the forefront of your life, but there are fears that you're holding that are kind of holding you back in going after the things that you want. But in that illusion's going to fall away, and you're going to tap into that intuition and really get a handle on what it is you want and how it is you want your life to go. So that's a really cool, emotional way to start this month. And it's funny because we do have on July 31st, I'm filming this right before that, but we do have right before August starts, I think it's called a black moon, which is a second new moon in a month. So we've had 2 new moons in July, the last one being on the 31st. This is a time to really set some intentions for what it is you want to get out of this month and even the rest of the year or the next couple years. You'd really benefit from doing some sort of little light a candle, write out some goals, and you can even burn the paper you wrote those goals on and scatter the ashes outside to really act like a seed that you're planting. Or you can actually take that piece of paper you wrote these goals on and plant it in the ground just like it is a seed. There are really cool symbolic ways you can do things to help make your dreams a reality. So the energy you're coming in from June and July is the Six of Fire. So in June and July, you had some really good news come your way, and you were being recognized for your efforts finally. And for you, it seemed like, oh, finally, they're finally recognizing me. So whether this is at work or with a person you've had your eye on or something like that, there was some sort of recognition, even like public recognition or an award that you won or a promotion or something like that. Some sort of victory that you've conquered in the last couple of months, that you're coming into this month with that victory stance. So that's a great energy also to come into this month with. And then for your present, so whenever it is you're watching this, this is kind of what's going on for you right now. And you got the Lovers. And this could be having to do with a relationship for some of you. Not all of you, I don't think, because this could also be about having good health and weighing your decisions carefully. But I do see for a good number of you that August is going to be all about your relationship and trying to get things, if it's a new relationship, trying to really get to know this person. And if it's a long-term relationship, just getting it to a place where you really are having fun within the relationship. Because I think for some of you with this Moon card, maybe you've had some thoughts about your partner or about attaining a partner that were not serving your highest good. Maybe you were saying, who wants me? Or the person I'm with just doesn't listen to me. You know, some sort of communication block there maybe for some of you. But this is a time, I think a lot of you have a decision to make, whether it is about your relationship or life in general, career, whatever. There's a decision that's kind of weighing on you a little bit that you need to make this month. And I'm not quite sure exactly what that is. Besides, I am getting strong relationship vibes. So for a lot of you, it has to do with your relationship. But I just saw someone trying to debate, should we move or should we stay? So that could be for some of you as well. So let's see if we can get more information about that. I'm kind of curious now. So in the future conditions position, we have the Queen of Water, which is awesome. This is that empathetic, loving, tender-hearted Queen of Cups, basically, card. I do see, for a great many of you, this is about a romantic relationship. And your relationship is going to go to a new level this month. And even if you've been in a long-term relationship, we can always level up. No matter how long we've been together or how good things seem to be, we can always level up. And a lot of it usually has to do with leveling up in a spiritual way. And you're really going to be tapping into that intuition. With the Queen of Water card and the Moon, your intuition is totally on point this month. And I feel like a lot of you may even be having premonitions or precognitive kind of thoughts about something, and then it happens. Like you may be singing a song and then it comes up on the radio and you're just like, how did that happen? You're just tapping into that collective consciousness way easier than you normally do. And I think a lot of you do have precognitive dreams in general, but it's just going to be amped up even more this month. So be on the lookout for that. That's kind of cool. So your best path to follow, you have the Ace of Air. So you're going to be coming in with all these new ideas and inspirations. And it's funny because if you're tapped into your intuition this month, you're definitely going to be receiving even more information from the divine as well. So new ideas and inspirations for creative endeavors, business ventures. I just saw someone writing, getting a new book idea. And it's funny because I see that a lot, but because I'm a writer, maybe that's why, I don't know. And maybe some of my friends from over on my writing channel have come over here and that's why I'm picking up on their energy. I always think that's funny. This could also be a card about seeing the truth of a situation, and that pairs beautifully with that illusion of the Moon, where these illusions you had about something are really gonna lift and you're gonna see basically behind the man behind the curtain. You're gonna see the truth of things. And sometimes with this Ace of Air, it can sometimes mean a bit of a challenging beginning. So if you are starting a new job or trying to learn something new, sometimes it doesn't start out just like this Six of Fire, like everything's just happening right out of the gate. Sometimes it takes time to really develop a sense of things and a flow of things. So that may be occurring in some area of life, but for the most part, this is a great card with that inspiration and new ideas and seeing through illusion, just like the moon. So your best path to follow is just to take these new ideas and let them take root, because they just remain ideas until we do something with them. So even if you only go as far as writing these ideas down for now and not really taking action on them, that's okay. At least you've rooted them in the present by writing them down and picking them right out of your head. Okay, so the energy that's in your environment this month is the King of Fire. So you're going to be very motivated and ambitious, and you're going to have so much focus. And I think it has to do with some of these new ideas. So instead of just writing these things down, you guys are going to want to be charging through just like the Six of Fire, which is funny because I just said, oh, you probably won't be, but I think for some of you, you will be. You're going to have this vision that's just so clear, and you just want to tell everybody about this thing you're so excited about. And you're going to be stepping into the role of a leader. This King of Fire is a leader, someone people look up to for advice, and you may even be getting advice from someone, especially in like a creative endeavor. Maybe someone, you take some of these ideas to somebody and they kind of add to it, like say, oh, that's a great idea, but what if you also did this on top of that? And you're just like mind blown. Like something like that could happen to you. And I see for a lot of you it might be having to do with work, but some of you actually it may be having to do with something around your home. Like I see someone rearranging furniture or trying to figure out a way to remodel something or build a house. And there's just going to be this idea that comes from somebody. You're getting ideas from the divine on how to design this thing or make this thing happen. But then somebody will just even maybe in an offhand comment say, oh, it'd be cool if you did this. And you just can't let it go. You're like, oh my gosh, that is such a great idea. So something like that. So then your hopes and your fears for this month is a Three of Earth. And again, another creativity card. And another card about recognition. So whatever it is that you're doing this month, it's like a spotlight is on you and all eyes are on you. People are recognizing you, and in a good way. This isn't like a tea spill kind of attention. This is like, wow, I want to be like that person kind of attention. You just are so creative this month. You're so tapped into the other side. And when we can get that real intuitive, we feel that intuition within us, it's almost the same place within us where that creativity lies. And when you can tap into your intuition, it's like that well of creativity just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and you can draw so much from this well of creativity. It's just insane. But you're going to be someone this month that is just really getting in touch with their inner environment and the divine, and just in touch with who you are and what it is you're here to do. I think for some of you in August, you're going to be discovering your life purpose and things that you may have always enjoyed doing, but you just never really knew a way to make them something that could sustain you in life and pay your way through life. And maybe with some of you are getting this brilliant new idea, could be an idea for a business, and you're so tapped in intuitively and creatively that you're going to start figuring out ways to make this thing happen that you just never had insight on before. Man, you guys, I'm so excited. This is awesome. You'll see the outcome. I hope it's good. The King of Air. Okay, so this is that brilliant king, that diplomatic, professional king. So you will be speaking your mind and you'll be very confident, and that pairs really nice with this charismatic King of Fire as well. And then the Six of Fire, there's a lot of charisma there as well. you're seeking out professional advice. So I think for some of you, this is a career move or starting a new business, or these ideas you're getting have to do with something that is going to be making you money. And you're going to be seeking advice from somebody. You've got these two kings are both talking about advice. So you may have this, and I see a male, and not necessarily because it's king energy, but I see a male figure for a lot of you that's going to act almost as a mentor to you this month, that's just going to be there to support you and help you with these ideas that you have. And you're going to be balancing both your mental and emotional needs and considerations. You're going to have a really nice balance on the physical, mental, and emotional, it feels to me, because you have a really good mix of fire, earth, air, and water in this reading. So you're going to be pretty balanced in all the different areas of your life, which is always a good thing, because me as a Libra rising, like my whole life, I just cannot get anything balanced. And I think it's like my mission in life to try to balance everything. So wherever Libra is in your chart also, that may be a place where you just always feel completely unbalanced. And with me, because it's in my ascendant, I always feel unbalanced in not just myself, but everything I've got going on, it seems. So I'm just going to move some of these up. I don't know what I'm doing here, you guys. I apologize. I just don't want too much glare going on, but I think I'll do this. Get these oracle cards out. Oh my gosh, I am making this worse. Okay, let's see what we got for the oracle cards for August. Okay, this comes as no surprise to me. So we have 77, which is that spirituality. And I think a lot of you guys are a life path 7, and I'm a life path 7 too. I feel like this reading has turned into a self-promotion. Libra rising, life path 7, that's me. But no, for you guys, it's going to be a very spiritual month. And I already saw that with the moon and then that Queen of Cups. It's just so, there's such spiritual tapped in cards, just completely intuitive. Then you have the shaman, ancient healing wisdom. So you're going to be coming into, whether it's in meditation or just in some of these really good ideas that you're receiving, you're going to be tapping into this ancient wisdom that I think has run in your lineage for centuries. Or maybe it's some past life lineage that's coming through to help you. Something like that. And then you have the Remember Who You Are card. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. It's funny I say past life because I almost feel like some of you are going to discover information about a past life. Maybe you're having a past life regression or doing a past life regression meditation on YouTube. But you're going to be discovering more about your inner self, your inner environment. And of course, the moon as your overall energy of the month. That pairs really beautifully with that and the spirituality and the ancient healing shaman card here. And then you have vacation. So I think for every one of you deserve a vacation, but even if you can't get away somewhere exotic or fancy or far away from home, even if you go somewhere local that's just going to refresh you and recharge your batteries and give you time to think and meditate and really tap into these ideas, you're really going to benefit from that. So take time out to do vacation and not just work, 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 because I feel like a lot of you are going to be so motivated to put these ideas into motion that you're not going to take enough rest and vacation time for yourself to just be without doing, because again, we're not human doings, we're human beings. So you need to take the time, find that balance, which I think you guys will be able to, like I was saying earlier with the balance. You're going to find a really nice balance between working hard and playing hard and resting hard as well. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. But overall, this is a very spiritual month, and I just saw spiritual awakening for somebody. So one of you, or even a handful of you, are going to be, with that moon card, your third eye is just going to be like popping wide open this month for the first time ever. And then for some of you that already have been very intuitive, you're just going to continue on and become even more so, even more spiritual, even more intuitive, more tapped into the divine and that creative center within you. So yeah, absolutely beautiful month for you guys. I am so excited for you, and Really, truly do appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And thanks again so much for checking this out. I hope you guys have a beautiful August, and I will see you next time. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what's coming up for you in August. And we're going to do this similarly to the way I did in July, and I'm going to lay out the spread and pull them up one by one and reveal what's going on for you guys in the month of August. Okay, I'm going to try to avoid the glare here. It's always hard with the ring light, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so for your overall energy coming in this month of August, we have the 8 of Air. So an illusion of being trapped or a lack of self-confidence and afraid to take action are kind of the themes of the 8 of Air, the 8 of Swords. So maybe you're in a situation where you have felt like there's no way out of this, or how can I leave this horrible job or this relationship or move from this house, something like that. You feel like you are stuck and you just want nothing more than to get out. Whatever this thing is for you, it's almost like you're afraid to move forward or take action. And I think it's mostly because you don't feel sure in your footing. You don't really know your next step where this thing is concerned, so you're not confidently moving forward. So let's see what this is all about. Let's see what energy you're coming in with from June and July. So you have the 7 of Fire. For some of you, I think you guys have had to really fight to get where you are. And because that fight, whether it's an internal battle or an external battle with people around you, you have felt that really goes with this feeling stuck and trapped. And you've had to really defend your beliefs, and you almost feel like you're wrong for having the mindset you do where this thing is concerned. But you need to stand your ground because you are in the right. And you don't need to take that energy and try to prove it to everybody else. Again, choose your battles very wisely with this. And again, this is energy coming in, so this probably isn't going to be affecting you this month so much. It's just where you've been. So think back to the past couple of months, what this could be for you. And I mean, this could even be something as simple as your kids not listening to you or something like that. It doesn't have to be some big crazy thing where you've had to go to court and defend your position. Nothing so major, although for some of you it could be, but I'm feeling for most of you it's just more mundane day-to-day stuff that you just almost feel stuck or just stagnant in the way things are operating in your life. So for many of you it is just kind of a mundane surface level kind of feeling of being stuck, or maybe I just saw someone like feeling overwhelmed with the clutter in their home. They're just like, oh, I just need to get rid of things. And that would actually help you. If you got rid of some things, you could clear up some mental and physical space and energy to bring the things into your life that would actually serve you. So let's see where you're at right now in the present moment for August. Okay, so we have the King of Earth, which this is a great card. This is a successful time. You're accepting these new opportunities you're being offered, and it's like you have the Midas touch. Like everything you touch turns to gold. So you're coming out of this energy where you felt like you had no power, and here you are in August. You're going to get your power back, girl or guy. You're getting your power back. So this is amazing. You're going to be, like I said, offered some sort of opportunity, whether you're starting your own business and you get a loan, or you're going back to school, or you're getting a new job, something in your more creative or career field rather than just personal home life kind of thing. But then as I say that, I just saw someone like buying new throw pebbles and decorating an area in their home. So with that Midas touch, you may be also redecorating your home. But I think for a lot of you, this is a professional, like in your professional life or your career or where your creativity is concerned. You're just going to be pumping out some really great ideas, and everything is successful for you right now in August here. So in the future conditions area here, we have the 9 of Water, and this will kind of take you and carry you into September. So this card is all about wish fulfillment. Your wish comes true, and you're just loving life. You're living your best life. You're not stressing out. Your concerns just completely fade away. So that illusion of being trapped, this 8 of Air overall energy, coming out of the month and into September, it's just not even going to be there anymore. You're not going to be having that worry nagging at the back of your mind or even the front of your mind at all. You're just going to be ready to take action, because this was a card all about just feeling stuck and not taking any action. Coming into August and into September, you're just going to be like, boom, kicking down the door, like, I'm here, let's get things done. And they're going to be done successfully and with care and thought and responsibility. You're just going to really be taking charge of, I almost feel like this is just every area of your life. You're just going to be loving life going into the fall here in September and August into September. It's just going to be a really great time. So that is awesome. So the best path to follow this month is, okay, and I could almost see this coming a mile away. So we have the Five of Cups. And I think this is with that energy you're coming in with, where you had to defend your beliefs and you just felt like being trapped. Things weren't working out the way you had hoped. And you weren't seeing the positive in that situation at all. You're just crying over the spilled milk. I like to call this the spilled milk card, because the 3 cups spilled. But I think because you're already in this happy life, happy everything mindset, successful mindset, you're going to see these 2 cups as the shining opportunities that they are. And these 3 cups that have spilled, you're just moving on. You're just like, okay, that energy's gone. That's done. I'm ready to move on. So your best path to follow is just keep that positive mindset, keep going forward. Of course, make sure you have a plan. Don't just go in willy-nilly. But to me, it looks like with this King of Earth, you're grounding these ideas and things into reality. So you're not just flying by the seat of your pants. You have a plan. These 2 cups that are still upright, that's your driving force. Focus on the positive. And then the energy in your environment this month is the 10 of Fire. So I think because you have been in that really stuck, stagnant energy, and then now you're like, boom, kicking down the door, everything's great, everything you touch is turning to gold. By the end of the month, you may be feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of things on your plate. You may have just felt so alive and ready to just move forward that you've taken on maybe too much. But since you are going into September with still this 9 of Water, love of life, you will have a tendency to overextend yourself. Be very mindful of not letting your life get out of balance. And because when we are just work, we're not taking that self-care as seriously as we would be if we were balancing our life. So just make sure you're doing those self-care things to take care of yourself, because you could burn yourself out to the point where your body has had enough, and to make you slow down, it comes up with an illness, a cold or something like that that's going to keep you down for a few days so you can recharge. So your best advice there would be to balance that really gung-ho motivational energy you've got going with the self-care so that you don't burn yourself out and get forced into a rest period by having a small illness come up. Okay, so then your hopes and your fears for the month of August. So we have the Justice card. Okay, and I think for many of you, this isn't something that's happening this month. This is that 7 of Fire, feeling stuck and defending your beliefs and decisions, and then the illusion of being trapped. To me, this is something that has built from the past that you're finally getting justice on, or you're seeing the fruits of your labor on. And you're doing what you know is right. Like I said in this card, you were in the right. So when I did say something about a court case earlier for this, it may be for some of you going to court over something. But when the Justice card appears in your reading, if you are involved in some sort of court battle, custody battle, anything like that, when the Justice card pops up, it usually is in your favor. I mean, 9.9 times out of 10, it's in your favor. So both of these cards talk about standing up for your beliefs, and you need to continue to hold your ground, stand your ground, and defend your beliefs, because you are in the right with what it is you're trying to tell others, and you don't need someone coming in and walking all over you and telling you any different. You are in the right with your belief and what's going on here. So then in your outcome, all right, you have the 2 of Water. So this is just a really great card for your romantic relationships or friendships. You're just continuing to grow closer to each other, and even forgiving people for things they've done in the past. So maybe I'm seeing for a few of you have had a bit of a rocky couple of months, or even just the past couple weeks before watching this reading here, you've had a bit of a rocky road with a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner, but someone in your life you've had a little confrontation with or something. But this is the positive resolution of that conflict. And to me, this also reads as a positive resolution of this energy we're coming in with, feeling trapped and having to defend yourself, and even this possible court case or whatever this is where justice will be served in your direction, and just a really beautiful positive resolution to this conflict. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that. I think that's about all I'm getting for that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into these oracle cards here. We'll just put 2 on each side, see how that works out. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, this will probably be our best bet. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we have miracle, healing, and adventure. And to me, these, for some reason, these two are reading as you need to get out in nature more and go do things you haven't done in a long time, or something you've never done. Go somewhere, even if it's local, go somewhere you haven't gone in a long time, or somewhere where you've never even been. And the more natural or nature oriented that place is, the better, because you will experience healing when you're out doing this adventure and being in nature. And then you have cave, which says sanctuary. That pairs really nice with the miracle, healing, and adventure. And this guy's barefoot, and he's just kind of crouched down doing his little artistic thing here. So I think for some of you, earthing, getting out in nature with your feet on the ground would really benefit you. And I know this all sounds a little woo-woo, but it helps so much. Let me just tell you, if you have been dealing, because we did say, something about stress-related health concerns going on in this 10 of Fire card. If you're too busy, you may get that illness. But I think for some of you, if you have had illness coming into this month, you're going to be healing that. And it's going to be a pretty miraculous kind of healing, where I even see somebody who's had kind of a chronic, I'm seeing back pain for some reason, but so this chronic back pain that's just going to miraculously heal itself this month. So if you have back pain and you chose this, maybe that's you I'm thinking of here. But yeah, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? And then we have the relationship harmony card, and that just goes great with that 2 of water we had up here. And then the 9 of water, just the happy life. So it looks to me like this month, any conflicts you've had with loved ones and everything are coming to a really beautiful solution, and everybody's just gonna seem like everything's going great. So yeah, there's not anything to worry about this month. Just make sure with all this passion and drive you're moving forward with, that you're not burning yourself out, and that anything that's coming into you from the past of that illusion of being trapped and afraid to take action or speak your mind, that's going to be resolved in your favor, and people are going to start listening to what you're saying about things, because you are in the right. Go have yourself an adventure, get some healing, and you're going to have a really great month with everybody in your life. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I thank you guys again so much for checking out these videos, and thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope you come back to the Done Creative. Alright, thank you guys so much. Alright, bye! Okay, group number 4, let's see what's up ahead for you in August 2019. And I'm going to be doing this similarly to the way I did for July. I'm just going to lay these all out in the spread and then figure out one by one as I lift them up what you're going to be expecting in the month of August. Okay, group number 4, let's see that overall energy you're coming into this month with. And we have the Hermit. So this is all about spending time in meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. It's just a very spiritual card in general. But then with the 9, it's like things are coming to a completion for you, whether this is a job or a relationship. And I don't mean completion like, oh, it's over, said and done. No. Completion in a cycle within this thing, within this relationship, this job. I mean, it could be a physical ending of a job too, but for me, I just see it as a cycle that has happened that over and over that is ending for good. But it's a really great card for meditation and self-discovery. So, okay, so let's see what energy you're coming in with from June and July that you're bringing into this month. So we have the Ace of Fire, which was an exciting new opportunity for you. Maybe you got a promotion at work, or you're just kind of leveling up in your life and you're wanting to change your life. You may not have implemented those changes yet, but you have this energy to change the things in your life that are no longer serving you. And you're coming into this month with this energy. So that's a really great way to start the month, because those aces, they are opportunities to make change. They aren't the change itself. So you have this opportunity. So let's see what you're doing with it. And you have the Empress. So this is a card all about abundance and giving birth to new ideas and your dreams, and you're nurturing yourself and other people. That really goes nicely with this Hermit card. And for me, the threes represent creativity and passion for life. So you're taking this opportunity and you are incubating it like, a womb, like you're giving birth to these opportunities. You are in the present moment making things happen is basically what I'm trying to say here. And a lot of it has to do with you going within, meditating, and figuring out what it is you truly want to make your life the most beautiful life you can. So then in your future conditions, and this is the energy that'll carry you through August and even into September. Oh wow, that's amazing. And you have the Renewal card. So this is about reviewing and evaluating your life. Like I was just saying with these other three cards, these all just pair so well together. To me too, it's almost like you have discovered something within yourself or about yourself that maybe you just haven't taken the time to nurture or haven't even known about yourself until now. And then with this Empress, it's almost like you're giving birth to a new version of yourself. With the Renew and Evaluate card, you're moving in a new direction. So this Change Your Life Now card that you got up here with the Ace of Fire, it seems to me like you're gonna take that torch and run with it this month and into the fall and really do some amazing things in your life. And you're gonna be wanting to do new things, and for some of you, I think this is even wanting to move out of where you're at. If it's not just the house, possibly even to a new state. You just want to move to a whole new state. You want to move where your soul is calling you towards. So for some of you, I feel like it's almost like a coming home. So maybe somewhere you used to live, a town you used to live in, or a state you used to live in but have moved away, and you really want to go back there. But to me, this doesn't feel like a backwards kind of move. It just feels like you're yearning for somewhere that feels like home, but you want to create something new in this place, if that makes any sense. So your best path to follow this month is the Ace of Water. So you've got aces all over the place here. You're falling in love with your life, and even could be a resurgence in your love relationship where you're taking things to a new level. And also within yourself with the spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. With this Hermit card and this Empress card, it's like all of these cards are just like boom, boom, boom. Yes, you are taking your life to the next level. You're taking your spirituality to the next level and really figuring out what it is you want in life. And this is also a card, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Water, a lot of times does represent getting a new home. So for some of you, I do feel like it is moving states away, but for others it may just be in the same town or whatever. But some of you are getting a new home. Okay, I'm just going to move these up so we can read the bottoms too. Okay, so this is the card of the energy in your environment this month. And you have the Six of Water, and that really goes, it's like you're kind of doing a life review in a way with this Renewal card and the Six of Water, because the Six of Water is all about, happy childhood memories and just remembering how things were simpler when you were a child, or, You could even be revisiting hobbies you had as a child and even thinking of ways to turn them into a business idea or a way for you to make money. But the problem with this card sometimes is you could be romanticizing the past. You could be thinking about a past relationship and just really missing this person. But for me, this reads more as wanting to come home to yourself. So with the Hermit, the Empress, Renewal, Ace of Water, you're coming into your own. You're coming home to your soul with the Six of Water. And there's going to be a lot of time for contemplation with the Six of Water and the Hermit and the Empress and Renewal. Like every single one of these is about contemplation and kind of resetting things to the way you want them. So then the card in the position of your hopes and fears is the Emperor. Okay, and this is all about, the mother energy, the father energy. And it's funny because you're going to be taking this new game plan you've made for yourself and organizing it and structuring it to actually have it appear in your life. So this is basically your game plan card. And this is a card also, the Emperor's that father, that leader. So you may be inspiring others in the actions you're taking this month because you're finally getting a handle on what you want in your life. And with all these major arcana cards here, this is pretty major stuff. This isn't just a quick little, I did a meditation and it was fun, blah, blah, blah. No, this is like transformational energy in your month of August. This is great. So let's see what your outcome is for the month. Okay, so you have the Knight of Fire, and this is that passionate knight, that self-assured knight, but he could also be restless, but he's adventurous, and there's a sudden event in your life that needs immediate attention. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something bad, but it could be worrisome in the moment because you're like, oh no, what do I do? And because you have this Hermit energy paired with this one as well, think things through carefully before you bite the bullet on something. If you are thinking of getting a new home, just really make sure the place you're looking is the place you want to spend your time. Or if you're thinking of getting a new job, make sure it's in alignment with who you are and is going to serve your highest good. Don't take a job just because you feel like you have to. Because for me, I think you've got more options than you realize you have. So again, use that Hermit energy and that Empress energy to really tap into what it is you want, because you can easily make a decision that is in alignment with your soul if you're already coming from that place when this Knight of Fire comes into your outcome position. And it seems to me like you guys are going to make all the great decisions for yourself. So there are really no worries there. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle cards have to say for you guys. Okay, and you had two cards here pop out of the numerology deck, so extra messages for you guys. Okay, so I'm already being drawn to this wake up call card and the timeout card and the look inside yourself card. Again, that's just basically another Hermit. Look within. There's going to be something with this wake up call that I think is the thing, that the sudden event that needs your immediate attention that this Knight of Fire is talking about. And I don't think it's bad for a lot of you. I think it's just something that you just really need to take stock in your life and figure out what you want, because this thing is serving as a wake-up call for you to realize, hey, this is not how I want my life to go. So I need to make the proper changes to get my life where I want it. And then for others of you, this could be some event in your life or in your family that just, I don't think it's not something that's going to be catastrophic by any stretch of the imagination, but it's going to be something that turns out fine. But just the fact that it happened, you're just like, wow, if that had gone the other way, do you know how crazy or scary that would have been? So it almost serves as a wake-up call and really puts you in that spiritual place where you're really reviewing and trying to figure out the core of what you want, because this thing acted as a wake-up call. It's like, is this really how I want to be living my life? Because if tomorrow was the end of my life, is this how I want it all to end? You know, kind of, it's not an actual thing that happens and just completely derails you. It's more your response to this thing, that it is a wake-up call. So no panic alarms need to go off. You're going to be fine. This thing is just going to help you realize and get into alignment with who it is you really are and what it is you came here to do. And then you have the timeout card. So you definitely, with the Hermit and this and look inside yourself and the Empress, there's going to be, and the Renewal. There's going to be a lot of internal, just soul searching basically this month. And then you have the Physical Activity card. It really is cool to be able to pair that meditation and timeout kind of internal stuff with physical activity. Like there is Tai Chi and Qigong, there's yoga, stuff like that where you can get into a meditative state and be moving your body. And it's a really cool, even if you're running, you can almost get into a meditative state while you're running as well. But that will really help you align with who you are and why you're here and what you want in your life. Because you need to take that time out and not rush into this thing by making a decision based off of what's happening in the moment, you know, with this wake-up call card. Make sure what you're doing is for your highest good and for the highest good of those around you. And then you have the Gentleness card. So be very gentle with yourself at this time and surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And that, again, pairs beautifully with all this internal reflection. Just be very kind and gentle with yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. You do have that Ace of Fire bringing you in to get all these things done, but just take a deep breath and really know you're taken care of, you're okay. All the answers you seek are within yourself, and you got this. So, yeah, this looks like a really great month for leveling up spiritually and really tapping into who you are on a soul level and what it is you came here to do, and using that reflection and contemplation to make a real difference in all the areas of your life, on the external and on the internal. So, yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but wow, what a month. This is going to be great for you guys, though. You're going to really have some insight into who you are when you're coming up into September. So this is great. Thank you guys again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. I really, truly do appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on some advice for you guys from the divine. And I really do hope you come back to the Den Creative. I have some really fun pick-a-cards planned and some other things planned coming up that I hope to have up soon. So thank you guys again so much. All right, bye!